Across the United States, a common feeling has emerged. Everyday life is becoming more expensive. Groceries cost more, housing costs more. For many people, this feels sudden, as if prices changed overnight. But in reality, this process develops slowly, building over time beneath the surface. At the center of this shift is inflation, a gradual increase in the general price level. But inflation is not a single event. It is the result of multiple forces interacting. One of the primary drivers is money supply. When more money enters the economy, it increases purchasing power overall. But if supply does not increase equally, prices rise. This creates a simple but powerful dynamic. More money competes for the same goods. Businesses respond by raising prices, and the cost of living increases. Another factor is demand. When demand for goods and services rises, especially in areas like housing or energy, prices naturally increase. Housing provides a clear example. Population growth and limited supply push demand higher over time, which leads to rising rents and home prices. Supply constraints also play a major role. When production slows or costs increase, businesses pass those costs to consumers. This affects everything from food to transportation. Global supply chains contribute to this complexity. Delays, disruptions, and changing trade patterns can reduce availability of goods. And reduced availability increases prices. Interest rates introduce another layer. Lower rates encourage borrowing and spending. Higher rates slow economic activity. Both influence how money flows through the system. When rates are low, borrowing becomes easier. People spend more, demand increases. When rates rise, borrowing becomes more expensive. Spending slows. But existing price increases often remain. Wages are also part of this system. As costs rise, workers demand higher pay. Higher wages increase business expenses. And businesses adjust prices again. It creates a feedback loop. Prices rise, wages adjust, prices rise again. Over time, this loop reinforces itself, making inflation persistent rather than temporary. Even if the pace slows, the overall level remains higher. Another important factor is expectations. If businesses expect costs to rise, they may increase prices in advance. And if consumers expect higher prices, they spend sooner. This behavior accelerates the cycle, turning gradual changes into noticeable shifts, and reinforcing the perception that everything is getting expensive. However, not all prices rise equally. Some sectors experience faster increases. Housing, healthcare, and education often lead. While other goods may stabilize or fluctuate, technology can even reduce certain costs. Digital services often become cheaper over time, but essential living expenses tend to increase, which shapes overall perception. 3 key insights explain this phenomenon. First, inflation is driven by multiple interacting forces. It's not a single cause. Second, money supply and demand create upward pressure on prices. And third, economic systems tend to adjust slowly over time. The result is a gradual erosion of purchasing power. Money buys less than it did before. Even if income increases, it may not keep pace with costs. This is why the feeling of rising expenses persists. It is not only about prices increasing, it is about the relationship between income and cost, and how that balance shifts over time. The question is not whether prices will rise. History suggests they will. The real question is how individuals adapt to this system, because understanding the system changes how we respond to it. If you want more deep explanations about money systems, inflation, and economic behavior, explore more videos on Wealth Finance 61. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments.